This sleep story is a retelling of the movie West Side Story. It's summer in the city. After owning their miserable little neighborhood for years, the Jets, the finger snapping street gang led by Riff, find themselves in a turf war with the upstart Puerto Rican Sharks, led by Bernardo. Riff plans to challenge the Sharks to a rumble at a neighborhood dance and asks his old buddy Tony to come along. Tony's out of the game. He has a job, even though he founded the Jets with Riff, but he agrees to come along to help his friend out. Tony's been feeling lately like something great is going to happen to him. He's not sure what it is, but it's just around the corner. When Tony arrives at the dance, he spots a girl who literally makes the rest of his world fall away and causes him to burst into song. Her name is Maria, and he croons it to us just in case we didn't get it the first time. Just one problem: she's Bernardo's sister, and he's very protective of her. He's even picked her out a boyfriend, Chino, one of his sharks. Bernardo warns Maria to stay away from Tony. Meanwhile, Bernardo has a war council to set up the rumble. He and Riff agree to meet at Doc's drugstore, where Tony works, to hash out the rules. Afterwards, Bernardo and the Sharks retire to the rooftops, where his girl Anita chides him for being too strict with Maria. The boys and the girls sing about the good, bad things about life in America. Tony meets Maria on the fire escape outside of her building, and they confirm what we've all suspected. They've got it bad for each other. They know they're on opposite sides of this fight, but they don't care. Love will do that to you. The Jets wait at docks for the war council and mock the local symbol of authority, Officer Krupke, when he shows up to hassle them. When the Sharks arrive, the rules for the rumble are hashed out with Tony's help. Bernardo and Riff's right-hand man, Ice, will fight with their fists, winner take all. Once the other gang members leave, Tony tells Doc about how over the moon he is about Maria. Doc disapproves, and he can see all the trouble this could cause. The next morning, Maria sings to her friends in the bridal shop where she works about how wonderful it is to be in love. Anita tells her about the rumble, and when Tony arrives to see Maria, she warns them both that Bernardo will have a serious fit if he catches them together. Tony promises to stop the rumble and make everything right. Afterwards, he and Maria enact a wedding among the mannequins in the bridal shop. The next evening, the rumble is on. It's only supposed to be Bernardo and Ice using their fists, but when Tony arrives to stop it, things escalate badly. Bernardo stabs Riff and kills him. Then Tony, in a fit of rage, stabs and kills Bernardo. The cops arrive, everyone splits, and has the situation gotten out of hand in a great big hurry. Bernardo's friend Chino tells Maria what's happened, and she's horrified because her new boyfriend just stabbed her brother to death. Tony shows up and asks her to forgive him. He's ready to go to the cops and confess, but she convinces him not to. Meanwhile, the Jets are ready for blood. Ice tells them to be cool. Chino gets his hands on a gun, and he's looking to settle the score with Tony. Tony and Maria plan to run away, but Anita, heartbroken by Bernardo's death, tells Maria that she needs to forget Tony. Maria insists that Tony isn't a hateful person and that Bernardo's death was an accident. Persuaded by Maria's profession of love for Tony, Anita agrees to sneak off and tell him that Maria will meet him at docks where they can escape the neighborhood. Unfortunately, this is a very bad idea. After almost being assaulted by the Jets, a furious Anita tells Doc that Chino killed Maria in a fit of jealous rage. When Tony hears that Maria's dead, he charges out into the night in despair, calling for Chino to kill him too. Then he spots Maria, not dead after all. As he rushes to her, Chino shoots him. The Jets and Sharks arrive as Tony dies, cradled in Maria's arms, with the two quietly singing to each other about the somewhere they hope to find. Maria picks up Chino's gun and blames both sides for the hate and the violence that seems to have wiped out a significant chunk of the group. A group of Jets and Sharks pick Tony up together and carry him away as the police take Chino into custody. And just like that, the Sharks and the Jets end their feud.